Hi everyone, this is Marta Nali for the Human Rights Education Network News, talking with Michel Banz, acting manager of the International Human Rights Education Center. Well, in December 2012, you went to Morocco, Michel, to talk with the young human rights activists from the Middle East and North Africa region. What was the main purpose of this workshop?
The main purpose was to learn about the MENA region and the issues that are at stake for the youth, especially in the region. So we wanted to contact activists and talk with them and listen to them about how they regarded the issues in the region.
Okay, well, it's really interesting. What was special about the way you held the workshop, and how did this affect the atmosphere of the meeting? Well, how did the participants react to it?
Yeah, what was special about it was that it was based on participatory approaches. That means that we let the participants take ownership of a very big part of the workshop and have the opportunity to influence how it was done, what kind of content we had in the workshop, and so on. So they had a big responsibility. They had a very big ownership of the workshop, and their reaction was that it was for many of them it was the first time they experienced being listened to actually, and to be taken serious. So what we experienced was that they were really engaged and very serious indeed actually, but also that I think the workshop gained a lot from that because they took the responsibility and they put some issues on the agenda that we could not have thought of from the beginning, I think. We can also see that they are going to use much of the same kind of approaches in their own work. At least this is the initial reaction from them, because it was really something that engaged them quite a lot.
Okay, well, can you tell us how many participants there were and where were they from?
Yeah, we had 17 participants from different countries in the MENA region. We had from Egypt, from Tunisia, and from Jordan, from Lebanon, from Palestine, and from Morocco and Algeria. I think that was it. Maybe I'm forgetting some now, but yeah, all over the region.
Okay. Well, what did the young people have to say about human rights in the region?
They focused, of course, very much on freedom of speech, because that's a big issue, and it's connected with a lot of other issues, because freedom of speech is kind of the basis of being able to voice your concerns about other issues in the region. But much of the beginning of the revolutions were resting on the fact that there's a very big inequality in the societies, and it's difficult for young people to find a job, to get bread on the table, and so on. So it has a lot to do with the poverty issues as well, and inequality.
Okay. Well, did you get an idea of what the atmosphere is like in the MENA region in relation to human rights education?
I think it's a very big opportunity just now. I think it's very important that we do human rights education in the region, because we have some countries which is in a transition period from having a dictatorship and now trying with democracy, but democracy is requiring that people are informed about what they do and how they engage in the society, and this is where human rights education comes in. It's human rights education in this sense is also about empowerment of people, and for them to be able to be critical towards the promises they get, the stories they read in the media, and so on. So I think it's also very connected with all the other work that we are doing in the region, and that we are going to do in the region.
Well, What do you think that are the key areas to address in the MENA region over the next year?
For us as the center, we are going to focus a lot on capacity building to build relations with young activists, but also with the sections and the regional office in Beirut, of course. We are going to start projects, seed projects in the region. We have resources from the Norwegian Telethon that we're going to use on this. So I hope by the end of the year we'll see some large human rights education projects taking place in the region.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this interview. It's really interesting to get to know something more about MENA. So, thank you.
Thanks.